Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sacred Season Healing. I'm so grateful you're here with me again today. Today's reading is focused on the third eye chakra, our center of intuition, inner wisdom, insight, and spiritual awareness. This chakra helps us see beyond the surface of situations. It helps us trust our inner guidance and recognize patterns and connect with our higher selves. I'll go through the third eye chakra when it's in balance and when it's blocked and how that plays out in our daily lives. If you would like to skip straight to the tarot reading, the timestamp is in the description box below. So when the third eye chakra is balanced, we tend to have greater mental clarity, we trust our intuition, and we make decisions that align with our authentic path. We become more aware of the lessons hidden within our experiences and are better able to see situations from a higher perspective. When the chakra is blocked, however, we may find ourselves overthinking, doubting our intuition, feeling mentally overwhelmed or confused, and becoming trapped in fear or limiting beliefs, or looking outside ourselves for answers instead of trusting the wisdom that already exists within us. So as we begin today's reading, I invite you to take a few slow, deep breaths. Breathe in clarity, wisdom, and trust. And as you exhale, release confusion, fear, self-doubt, and anything that may be clouding your inner wisdom and inner vision. Okay, remember that these are general collective readings, so take what resonates with your heart and simply leave the rest. Trust your own intuition above all else. And because no one knows your journey, right, except for yourself. So, or better than you, I should say. So let's begin by asking Spirit to show us the current blockage within the third eye chakra for the collective. And again, you can just take some slow, deep breaths as I'm shuffling. Okay. So I'm going to start by asking Spirit, please show us, the Six of Cups flipped over. Okay, let's go through the rest of the deck and see if there's anything else for the blockage in the third eye chakra for the collective. Spirit, is there anything else you want to show us? The Two of Swords. So we've got the Six of Cups, the Two of Swords. Is there anything else, Spirit? Okay, and then the next thing I would like to ask Spirit to show us what's causing this blockage within the collective. What is causing this blockage within the collective, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, we have the Star. All right, and I'll show you all the cards in just a moment, and the Emperor. Is there anything else, Spirit? Nope. Okay, so again, the Star and the Emperor is the cause of the blockage. Now I would like to ask Spirit, how can the collective begin healing this blockage? How can the collective begin healing this blockage, Spirit? Thank you. Cards are acting a little funny today. How can the collective begin healing this blockage, Spirit? Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. Anything else? Nope. Okay, and the Magician wanted to come out along with the Seven of. Okay, so another card came out for how we can begin healing this blockage, the Magician. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Magician. And then the last question we'll ask Spirit is, how can the collective begin integrating this healing practice in their daily lives? How can the collective begin healing begin integrating this healing in their daily lives. Thank you, Spirit. How can the collective begin integrating this healing in their daily lives? Okay, we have two cards that came out, the King of Wands and Temperance. Let's finish going through the deck. Is there anything else you want to show us, Spirit? How can the collective integrate this healing in their daily lives? Okay. Now let's start putting this together. And the message I see from Spirit, let's start with the block in the third eye chakra. First, the Six of Cups came out, okay? And then the Two of Cups. The Two of Swords, okay? So the first thing that stands out to me is that this reading seems to be about seeing clearly. And the third eye chakra is our center of intuition, inner wisdom, and higher perspective. So when it's blocked, we often know something deep down, but we struggle to trust what we're sensing. So the blockage begins here with the Six of Cups, right? And so what that says to me is, for some of you, this blockage may be connected to the past, because that's what the Six of Cups is all about, usually. You could be replaying old memories, old relationships, childhood experiences, or previous versions of yourselves. And I'm sure you're all aware that we're in Mercury retrograde now. And that's when the past tends to reappear for us, whether it be a person showing up physically or just in our memories, in our thoughts, our feelings, things like that. Okay? So the Six of Cups isn't always negative. It often represents beautiful memories, but sometimes we become so attached to what was or what could have been that it becomes difficult to clearly see what is standing in front of us today. All right, let's talk about the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords reinforces that feeling. It says, it speaks of uncertainty, indecision, or feeling mentally stuck. You may be trying so hard to make the right decision that you've disconnected from your intuition. Instead of listening to your inner knowing, you may be weighing every possibility until your mind becomes overwhelmed. Okay, then we look at the what's causing the block. And together, these two tell an interesting story. We had the Star card and the Emperor. So the Star speaks about hope, healing, dreams, and believing in the future. The Emperor represents structure, control, stability, and certainty. So for some of you, your desire to create stability or certainty may actually be interfering with your ability to trust the unknown. You may be trying to control how healing unfolds, for example, like when your dreams arrive, or exactly how life is supposed to look, things like that. And others may have placed someone else on a pedestal, a parent, a mentor, some authority figure, maybe a former partner, or someone whose options became louder than your own intuition. So over time, you may have started trusting external guidance more than your own inner wisdom. The healing advice is the Seven of Swords and the Magician, okay? Now, normally the Seven of Swords can represent deception, But in a healing position, I see this asking us to become completely honest with ourselves, where we are telling ourselves stories that might not be true anymore, right? Or that no longer serve us. So ask yourself, where am I telling myself stories that no longer serves me? Okay? Where are we pretending not to know something that deep down we already know? What truth has our intuition been quietly whispering that we've been avoiding because it's uncomfortable? The magician reminds us that everything we need is exactly within us and already within us. We don't need someone else to validate what our intuition already knows. We have the wisdom, we have the experience, the creativity, and the spiritual tools necessary to begin creating a new reality. The more honestly we see ourselves and our situations, the stronger our intuition becomes. Okay? So finally, let's look at, Spirit shows us how to integrate the healing with the King of Wands, okay, and Temperance. Now, the King of Wands encourages us to confidently act on wisdom we've gained instead of remaining stuck in overthinking. This doesn't mean acting impulsively. It means trusting ourselves enough to take the next step once clarity arrives for us, okay? Temperance reminds us that intuition develops over time. We don't have to force clarity. We don't have to have every answer today. Healing is a process of balancing our thoughts, emotions, and spiritual connection until everything begins working together. So overall, this reading feels like Spirit is encouraging the collective to stop looking outside themselves for every answer. And your third eye isn't asking you to become perfect. It's asking you to trust yourself again. Sometimes the answers you've been searching for have been quietly sitting inside you all along, simply waiting for you to believe them. I also noticed something interesting about the progression of the cards. It moves from looking backwards, Six of Cups, to feeling stuck, okay, Two of Swords, to wanting certainty, the Emperor, to rediscovering hope, right, the Star, to radical self-honesty, the Seven of Swords, to remembering your own power, the Magician, and finally to taking confidence, balanced action, King of Wands and Temperance. Okay? So that's a really satisfying narrative, in my opinion, like an arc, you know, and I think it makes this reading feel complete and easy to kind of put together and see the bigger picture. So I think, though, that some of you may still be wondering, possibly, what does Spirit want me to know beyond this? Is there one final piece of guidance that would help me on my healing journey? So before we move into the healing tools, I'd like to ask Spirit one more question. But first, if this reading has resonated with you and you feel called to support the channel, I would be so grateful if you'd like this video, subscribe, share it with someone who you know that may need to hear this message, or leave a comment below. My intention with Sacred Season Healing is simply to provide guidance, encouragement, and a space for healing and self-discovery. So your support truly helps this channel reach those who may need these messages, okay? Now let's ask Spirit one final question. Spirit, is there one additional message or piece of guidance that you would like to give to the collective so that they, regarding the Third Eye Chakra healing journey? Is there an additional message or piece of guidance that you would like the collective to know regarding this third eye chakra healing journey? Please show us anything else you'd like us to see, Spirit. Thank you. Anything else you would like the collective to see regarding this third eye chakra healing journey? We'll go through the deck one more time to see if Spirit has any messages for us, okay? So Spirit, is there one additional message or piece of guidance that you would like the collective to know regarding this third eye chakra healing journey? Nope, nothing's coming out. So that's actually perfect, right? If we're not seeing any additional cards come out, to me that tells me Spirit has already said everything that needed to be said today. Sometimes the absence of another card is a message in itself. There isn't anything more you need to search for or overanalyze right now. So the guidance is simply to trust what has already come through in this reading. Allow yourself some time to reflect on these messages over the coming days. You don't have to figure everything out today. Sometimes clarity arrives quietly as we give ourselves the space to process rather than continuing to seek more answers. With that, let's move into some healing tools that you can begin working with to help bring your third eye chakra back into balance, okay? So let's start with some affirmations. So if you would like to grab a pen and paper or pause the video, you can, okay? Feel free to write down any that resonate with you. Place them on sticky notes around your home or workspace. Save them in your phone or repeat them during meditation, something like that. The more consistently you work with them, the more they can help reinforce new patterns of thinking and support your healing journey. Okay, so to begin, I trust my intuition and inner wisdom. I am open to receiving clear guidance. My inner vision becomes clearer each day. I release fear and choose clarity. I trust myself to make decisions that align with my highest good. I see situations from a place of wisdom and understanding. I honor the truth that already exists within me. My mind is calm, clear, and focused. I am connected to my higher self. I trust divine timing and allow clarity to unfold naturally. Okay, next we'll talk about some ways in which you can move your body that will help get the energy flowing through your chakras, okay? And specifically through the third eye chakra. Remember, movement doesn't have to be intense. The goal is to simply become more present and create a stronger connection between your mind, body, and intuition. Okay, so here are a few ideas you might like to try. Gentle yoga poses such as child's pose, downward facing dog, dolphin pose, or forward fold, which encourage relaxation and increased awareness. You might want to try walking meditation, where you focus on your breath, your surroundings, and the sensations in your body rather than letting your mind race ahead. Some people enjoy Tai Chi, and this is just a combination of slow, mindful movements with focused breathing to promote balance and mental clarity. Seated meditation with your eyes closed, concentrating your awareness on the space between your eyebrows while taking slow, deep breaths. Gentle neck and shoulder stretches to release tension that can build up from stress and overthinking. Or you might want to spend some quiet time in nature, allowing yourself to observe without any judgment and simply be present in the moment. Okay, now we'll talk about some essential oils and crystals that you may want to work with. Okay, we'll start with the essential oils. Some of you enjoy the using, like aromatherapy. So frankincense, which many people use during meditation to encourage a sense of spiritual connection and mental clarity. You could try clary sage. It often is chosen to promote intuition and inner wisdom. Lavender to help quiet a busy mind and encourage relaxation. Sandalwood, which is frequently used to support meditation and a deeper sense of awareness. Or juniper berry, which some people associate with mental clarity and releasing emotional heaviness. As for crystals, here are a few that are traditionally connected with the third eye chakra. Amethyst, it's often associated with intuition, spiritual awareness, and inner peace. Lapis lazuli, Lazuli, which many people use to encourage wisdom, truth, and deeper insight. Sodalite, believed to support clear thinking, intuition, and self-trust. Fluorite, often chosen to help bring mental clarity and improve focus. And labradorite, a crystal that many people associate with transformation, intuition, and discovering inner guidance. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to work with these tools. If you're drawn to a particular crystal or scent, trust that instinct, okay? You might choose to meditate with them, carry a crystal with you throughout the day, diffuse an essential oil, or simply use them as a gentle reminder to slow down, breathe, and reconnect with your inner wisdom. So in closing, I would like to thank you all for spending some of your time with me today. I truly appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy and your willingness to show up for your own healing journey. I hope today's reading brought you some clarity, encouragement, or perhaps a new perspective to reflect on. And remember that healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about reconnecting with the wisdom, strength, and truth that have been within you all along. So be patient with yourself, trust your intuition, and allow your healing to unfold one step at a time. If today's message resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Your experiences may encourage someone else also who's walking a similar path, okay? So until next time, take good care of yourselves, be gentle with your heart, continue trusting your inner wisdom, and remember that every season of life offers an opportunity for growth and healing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye, everyone.